Well, hey, God bless you and good morning. What a beautiful Monday it is. I know it's raining in most of Florida, but either way, if we're alive, it's a beautiful day. Hey, listen, I want to make this quick because other than the message of salvation, this is one of the most important messages you will hear this week. Listen, I'm telling you, take your time just for a second and listen to this message. It is one of the most important messages you will hear this week other than the message of salvation. When you have an opportunity, I want you to read Luke chapter 13, verses 6 through 9. It's the story of a man who owns a vineyard, as some would say, and there's one particular fig tree that has not been producing for about 3 years. So he comes to the man who is responsible, the vine dresser who's responsible for the upkeep of the vineyard, and he says, listen, this tree has not produced for 3 years. I don't know why you're concerned with it. Do me a favor, let's cut it down. The vine dresser says, nah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's give it another year. I'm going to dig around it. I'm going to fill it with dung. I'm going to put dung around it, which is manure, and we'll give it a year and see what happens. If it produces fruit, great. If it doesn't, then we can cut it down. Now watch this, okay? I want you to see something. Here is the import of the text and what I want you to see. What I want you to see is that there are times in life where you may not be producing according to what others assume you ought to be producing, and God always has a plan. But watch this. Here's the import. Stay with me. The import of this text is the fact that the vine dresser himself had the patience, and watch this, and had the foresight to know that when I take my time and give it the attention that it needs, I can take it through a particular process that will put y'all missed that already, because the vine dresser understands that there is an element of patience because he sees something in you or that fig tree that others may not see. So the vine dresser says, I'm going to put my hand on it. I'm going to be patient with it. I'm going to dig around it, give it some care, make space for it. But then I'm going to put dung or manure around it. Now watch this. Don't be confused. Because what happens in the process of life is that when God begins to grow you and to groom you, sometimes the stinky things of life that you think are not productive for you are the very things that God uses to grow you. I need you to I need you to see this, because there are so many things going on in your life right now that just don't look good, they don't smell good, they don't feel good, but God is taking the patience that is necessary to spend his loving time with you, allow you to go through challenge, opportunities to practice walking in victory, because the opportunities that he's allowing you to go, the challenges, the tests that he's allowing for you are designed to build you. Watch this. So that you produce fruit. You see why I told you this is one of the most important messages you will hear this week other than salvation? So I want you to hear me clearly. Without a doubt, God has his hand on you. He's digging a trench around you so that it creates space. Watch this. It creates space so that what he wants to pour into you, he will pour with patience, with love, and with care. And in time, you will become that productive fig tree with not just beautiful leaves and the appearance of prosperity, but in its season, the fruit that God is trying to bring out of you and produce in you will come forth, and it will spring forth when you least expect it. See why I told you this is an important message today? Because it's designed for you. You specifically in mind. You sitting on your couch in doubt right now. This is a message for you. So don't allow what the outside appearance looks like to others. Come back here. Come back here. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay right here in this place where God has you. Allow him to till your ground, because in due season you will. Listen. In due season, when God has his hand on you, you can best believe that regardless of what it looks like, in due season, that which God has prepared for you, the you that God created you to be, will spring forth. So I want to encourage you today to accept what God is doing. Allow the naysayers to stay on the periphery so that they can see the fruit from afar, from a distance. Allow God to do what he says he's going to do in your life, and say these words, because I got to go. I will, I can. I have to have victory in Jesus' name. Man, I tell you, I'm happy about this because God has plans for you, baby, and watch what he does. Be the champion God created you to be. Know that I love you. Walk in victory.